A Red, White, and Air Force Blue Christmas. Headquarters Air Force Recruiting Service. Runtime 13 minutes.
The songs of this year's A Red, White, and Air Force Blue Christmas special guest have filled the country music airwaves for more than 25 years. He's been making hit songs and playing them all over the United States for adoring fans, and then making time to take his music to American servicemen and women serving abroad. And now Aaron Tippin sits down to talk about making music and making it big here in Nashville, and all the while we'll listen to his album A December to Remember right here on A Red, White, and Air Force Blue Christmas.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
Jingle Bell Rock from A December to Remember. I'm Air Force Master Sergeant Harry Kibbe, and I could not be more pleased to introduce the man responsible for this album, Mr. Aaron Tippin. Aaron, welcome, and thank you so much for taking the time to do this show.
Thank you, Sarge. Appreciate that.
In this hour, we're going to listen to some of our favorite tracks from A December to Remember, and I'd love to talk to you about your story of making it here in Nashville. We'll speak a little bit about your touring overseas in support of servicemen and women. But before we get into it, Aaron, could you tell me a little bit about this album? How did A December to Remember come about?
Well, I think I was with Lyric Street at the time when they approached us about doing a Christmas album. And Thea and I had always talked about, that's my wife, my boss, my owner. And we'd always talked about doing a Christmas album. We just didn't know where. And we'd written a lot of songs, and they were just kind of laying in the catalog waiting. And so I think they were kind of surprised when they said, well, we want a Christmas album from you. I said, well, this won't take long. We got most of the songs written in it. So we had already kind of planned on it, but it was really fun and exciting putting this album together.
One of the things that I've learned doing this is some of the stars that have been on the show say that when you make a Christmas album, that's when you know you've made it.
Ain't that right? That is so cool, because when you get to hear yourself do the old standards, that is so cool. And I'm just thrilled that we had enough new material to put on this December to Remember. So there's a lot of new songs, but also the old Christmas hits. I kind of got to have my way with Blue Christmas. It's certainly not an Elvis by any means. It's got a little yodel in it, so it's put a little Aaron Tippin on it. So it's some pretty cool stuff.
Well, Blue Christmas is definitely one of my favorites from the album, and we're going to listen to that one in just a few minutes. But what would you say is one of your favorites?
The Year That Santa Never Came. That's one of my favorites.
That's a good one.
I really like that little song. Santa never came.
A Red, White, and Air Force Blue Christmas. I'm Air Force Master Sergeant Harry Kibbe here with our special guest, Mr. Aaron Tippin. We just listened to The Year That Santa Never Came, and Aaron, I think that your wife Thea helped you write that song. Is that right?
Oh yeah, I think she's co-writer on all the new songs. She's co-writer on all the new songs, if I'm correct. And believe me, if I'm wrong, she'll correct me.
She'll correct you over there. Well, I don't see her. She's outside of the studio there, and I don't see her. She's giving the thumbs up.
Okay.
So far you're good.
I've done something right today.
So far, yeah. But we'll give her a notepad, and she can let us know how you did.
Maybe I'll get more than a bag of switches this year.
Maybe more than a lump of coal. Hey, here's another one that you guys wrote together, and Thea actually backs you up on the vocals. She does a great job with it too. It's the title track, A December to Remember, here on A Red, White, and Air Force Blue Christmas.
Welcome back to A Red, White, and Air Force Blue Christmas. I'm Aaron Tippin with Master Sergeant Harry Kibbe. We're listening to my song, It's a Good Thing Santa Ain't Single, from my album, A December to Remember. Well, I know my baby loves me.
It's A Red, White, and Air Force Blue Christmas with special guest Aaron Tippin. I'm Master Sergeant Harry Kibbe. Aaron, we just listened to a song where you say that you're pretty grateful, basically, that Santa Claus is not in a position to take your wife because you believe it would be no contest. But I'm looking at you. I see you're a bodybuilder, and Santa's working with a bowl full of jelly. So between us, I put my money on you. But
I don't know. Santa's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, please, whatever you do, don't tell him I said that. Does Thea have a real love for Santa Claus there?
Oh, absolutely. I think she was kind of that was kind of her idea, I think, when we started writing on this song. And it's kind of a cool way to put it, a different way to
Yeah.
view Santa Claus, and so that's a cool little song. We sure had a good time writing this.
Well, I had a good time listening to it. And you and Thea, actually, you worked together as writing partners. One of your hits, Kiss This. She
Oh yeah, that all started from a little, little spat in the kitchen.
No kidding.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'd come home from the road, and she was in the kitchen whipping us up a little dish, and she calls me the back seat cook because I'm always saying, "Honey, that's a little too much of that," because she never measures anything, She just a little dab of this, a little sprinkle of that, and I said, "Look, just go by the cookbook. It's right there. Why don't you?" Oh boy.
Sounds like me and Wendy.
She went to 11.
Oh, yeah.
And I realized this was going to escalate into an argument. So I immediately backed up. Said, "Whoa, baby, sorry, stop it. I take it all back. I apologize."
Let me write that down.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
Yes, dear.
And I said, "I tell you what, let's start all over. Let's kiss and make up." And she said, "I tell you what you can do. You said you can kiss this," and pointed in the appropriate place.
Okay.
So
well, this is a Christmas show.
That's right.
This is a Christmas show. But what's it like working with Thea?
As long as I do everything she says, it's no problem at all.
Okay. All right. Let me write that down, too. Boy, my wife is going to love it when I get back with all these tips from Aaron Tippin.
Yeah, well, that's how I keep all my toys. Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear. So we're talking about your Christmas album, A December to Remember, and I know that we said that you spend a lot of time on the road, and I know that any time away from your wife during the holidays during Christmas has to be blue.
Oh, absolutely, Blue.
Yeah, I think with that awesome segue, I think it's a good time we listen to
a bit of Blue Christmas.
I'll have a blue.
Keep it right here for more of a Red, White, and Air Force Blue Christmas with our special guest, Mr. Aaron Tippin. Aaron Tippin in the studio with me, Master Sergeant Harry Kibbe, and my mama's getting ready for a Red, White, and Air Force Blue Christmas.
Yeah, we all know it's coming.
This is a Red, White, and Air Force Blue Christmas, and we are so pleased to have Aaron Tippin as this year's special guest. Aaron, you're an accomplished pilot, business owner, fitness guru. The list goes on, and because of these things, I think of you as a Renaissance man, but other people have given you a nickname, the Hillbilly Hercules. Have you heard that before?
I don't know who came up with that, but anyway, yes, I have heard that before somewhere. I'm a hillbilly dwarf. That's what I am.
I don't think so. You're a lot taller than I expected. Where do you get all this energy? Do you just have trouble relaxing? Is this something?
I think I'm a AA personality to start with, so I don't need much coffee in the morning. It's always how I've succeeded in life, is to just lower your head and go hard and be tired at night, Mm-hmm. And that's what the work ethic my dad put in me, and it's like I said, it's the way I've always been successful, is to work hard.
Besides music, what's your passion?
Aviation, without a doubt. That's where I came from, an aviation background. I soloed on my 16th birthday.
Wow.
By the time I was 18, I was multi-engine commercial instrument rated pilot. I'm also a flight instructor. I'm also a helicopter pilot, and I'm also a certified aircraft mechanic. So
no kidding.
I'm meant to be in aviation, but God has different plans.
I think God took care of you. I think you're doing all right for yourself.
Buddy, I'll tell you what, I don't regret how this has turned out at all. 25 years later.
25 years. What during those 25 years, you guys have had to have some memorable Christmases. What is Christmas like in the Tippin home?
Oh, it's, we had two boys growing up, so very exciting. From the time they were born, I was out buying Christmas gifts for them because, it was just, and even when they had no idea what a Christmas gift was, it was just, raising kids is such a blessing. I mean, I wished I had 100 because I just love them. They're just, they make you, whether you want to be active or alive a lot, these guys make you do it. So, that's why I love that about raising children. And man, the Christmases were always fun and exciting, watching the boys get up and see what Santa brought them. It's cool stuff.
Candy canes and popcorn strings and lights up on the tree.
I'm Aaron Tippin.
And I'm Air Force Master Sergeant Harry Kibbe, and you are listening to A Red, White, and Air Force Blue Christmas. Here's another great track from Aaron's album, A December to Remember, Away in a Manger.
Welcome back to A Red, White, and Air Force Blue Christmas with me, Aaron Tippin. Here's Run, Rudolph, Run from my album, A December to Remember.
Yeah, out of all the reindeers, you know that you're the Rudolph, run! Get it on, son, let's go!
You're listening to A Red, White, and Air Force Blue Christmas. I'm Air Force Master Sergeant Harry Kibbe here in Spotland Studios with our special guest, Aaron Tippin. Aaron, it's coming to the end of the show. I want to thank you for taking your time to do this for us.
Sergeant, thank you so much for having me on the show. This is awesome. Man, I am smiling from ear to ear. I love it.
Well, I just want to take a minute to say thank you for all you've done for us active duty and veterans out there. I really appreciate the way that you find a way to use your talent to say thank you to us for serving our country. It means a lot.
Master Sergeant, I appreciate you guys, like I said, all over the world. And where the Aaron Tippin career started, my first fans were the guys and gals in the military, and I owe you guys everything, and I appreciate it, and I appreciate the time to be with you guys.
Well, it's been a pleasure for me, and I just want to close the show with a song that kind of reminds me of one of those times when I was deployed, sitting in a dining facility down in Baghdad, Iraq. You may have been there. I remember they did a good job of hanging up Christmas decorations for us, making us feel like holidays back home, some paper Santas and Christmas trees. And I heard a song called It's Way Too Close to Christmas to Be This Far From You.
Oh, wow. If I had a song that I was going to dedicate to you guys and gals that serve us, that would be it. Because so many times, so many of you guys are deployed away from your families. And man, first of all, I know that's very, very tough on both ends. But I want to say that on behalf of Aaron Tippin, my family, my band, my world that I live in, thank you very much for your sacrifices.
Well, it was an absolute pleasure. Thank you, Aaron, for being here and doing this.
My heart just made a wish to be this far from you.
That's all the time we have for this year's Red, White, and Air Force Blue Christmas. I'd like to say a great big old U.S. Air Force thank you to our special guest, Mr. Aaron Tippin. I'd also like to recognize a few of the incredibly talented and hardworking people who made this show possible. A warm hug for Pam and Ben Holland from Spotland Productions here in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. We could not do this without you. Lyndon Lefevers, Don Murray Grubbs, and Charla McCoy for coordinating our talent. Our executive producer, the unsinkable Ken Ramondi. Thank you to Dale Eckroth for getting my good side and gushing over the show. And of course, my biggest thank you to my beautiful wife, Wendy Marie, for giving me the two greatest gifts of all time, our amazing twins, Henry and Caroline. Thank you for listening, and I hope you all have a very merry Red, White, and Air Force Blue Christmas.